Hey guys, welcome to a new weekly recap. And as always, you guys know that every week I try to bring you guys kind of like my review for this last couple of days, in this case from July 13th to July 18th. And yeah, let's go right into it. So first of all, I just want to kind of like let you guys know that this week was very rough for me. And mainly because if you guys actually trade similar to me, you guys know that on Wednesday, if I'm not wrong, there was some high impact news in terms of, I think Trump said that he wanted to fire Powell, and that kind of like destroyed the market, especially forex pairs. And there was huge spikes of volume in the markets that affected our overall setups, and most of my setups got disrespected, ending up in a lot of losing trades for the day. So in general terms, it was not the best week, but as you guys know, I praise myself being super transparent, show you guys everything with full honesty, and that's what I always do. So I'm gonna just jump into my trading journal, show you my trades, show you my overall performance for the year, for the week, and also show you how I'm doing with my platform challenges as well. So first of all, this is my trading journal. You guys know that I log everything in this trading journal, right? So this is the log section. If you guys actually want to get this trading journal, you can find in the link down below. And this is the dashboard real quick. So as you guys can see, and if you saw the previous videos, I was up 20R for the year. Now I'm 13R. So you guys kind of like evaluate by yourself right now how bad we did this week. And you guys can see also the decrease in equity, that instead of going up, we're currently going down, of course. So currently 13 up in profit, and for July itself, we're down 5R right now, which is of course not the best at all, but we'll see. Right now we have some running trades I'm going to show you at the end of the video. So let's hope that maybe we can just bump up that negative R for the month right now, and hopefully end up in a winning and profitable month of July. So what I want to do is I basically created this additional sheet, weekly recap. I want to show you kind of like what trades I took, so you guys can immediately see I took a lot of trades, 15 trades for the week itself, just for a week. So it was a very volatile, full of opportunities week, and I ended up in minus 3R for this week itself. Thankfully, I had to take profits, and this two first trades of the week were very unfortunate. I'm going to, of course, talk about them in a second. But unfortunately, we ended up in minus 3R for the week. And as I said, look at this losing streak, this big losing streak. And this was all kind of like based on and due to those high impact news I just told you. So now what I'm going to do is I already opened all the screenshots in here. We're going to go and dive into the screenshots real quick and kind of like just show you what trades I took. So first, this trade on Euro NZD. And unfortunately, this was the first trade that I just recently showed you that it was a break even. This trade, it was a winning trade. So it ended up winning, but unfortunately without us. You guys can see this candle with this big wick. When market opened on Sunday, I got stopped out at break even, and then price run through my TP to my expected direction without me, which of course it's unfortunate, it's annoying, but these things happen, it's spread, and there's nothing I can do about it. So this was the first unfortunate trade. Then I have this trade right here, Eurochev, that if we go back to the journal, this I closed in partials. And you guys know, and I've spoke about this multiple times, I don't close in partials, but in this case I'm going to explain why I close in partials for a 1R in profit. So if we go down here, you guys can see that this looks like a perfect take profit, like a perfect trade, everything perfect. Unfortunately, you guys can see this candle again, the same Sunday candle that fucked us up on Euro NZD. In this case, we also got messed up on Euro Chef. And you guys can see that it looks like my take profit was tagged and everything based on TradingView feed, but on my broker, not only in my personal account, but also in my platform challenges, my price and my take profit wasn't filled. We guys understand that spread effect as usually mode, like in buying opportunities and selling opportunities. So for example, in buying, our spread needs to go a little bit lower to tag this in, or kind of like fulfill our take profit. In this case, if the spreads widened a lot, then it needed to go way deeper. So let's say, for example, if the spread was 30 pips, maybe price or the candle should have got to this point to tagged our take profit. It didn't, and that's why we didn't get filled. When I saw the charts again, price was rounding around this area, and around this area I just decided to close in partials because I didn't want to just hold this trade when my overall trade idea already occurred. This was of course out of my plan, and I didn't want to just hold the trade expecting maybe for a probable reversal getting stopped out, when honestly this was more like a deserved take profit. So I just decided to close in 1 hour in profit. Then I had this take profit on EuroCAD. Very nice trade, nothing else, like not much to say about this trade. Then this losing trade, and this when everything started to happen. You guys can see this huge candle here. So this was the first stop loss and set the chef. Then look at this stop loss on AUDJPY. Look at this candle with this huge wick. That's the wick I'm telling you, that spike that occurred due to those high impact news. This same stop loss on NSET the JPY. Then this one on Chef JPY. This one on USD Chef. Look at this spike, that's huge. Then this break even, which if I'm gonna be honest with you, this is very unfortunate as well, because as you guys can see, I had this trade marked up, right? Then price kind of like consolidated when price started reversing. Then when here I placed my pending order, and then I had an English exam, something to do with immigration status and everything that I'm applying for, post-graduation work permit in Canada and whatever, it doesn't matter. But I was in the exam. The exam lasted 3 hours, and throughout that time, price, because of the news, created this huge candle, creating a new high, which I would have just moved my Fibonacci level to this point, and of course my entry and my break-even would have been like around this area. If I checked in this specific occasion, I hit break-even if my zero level of Fibonacci was from this high here, but considering that it was from this, then my 0.5 level would have been around this area. The result of this trade was a take profit, but of course I closed in break-even because my entry and my stop loss level, my Fibonacci level was from this high here. I hope you guys are understanding this, of course, but because you can see price hit, then reached my 0.5 level, I was already out of the exam, and then unfortunately it came back, stopped me out, and then it ran through my TP but without me. So this was a very frustrating trade that I ended up not losing anything, not winning anything as well, but it was a take profit that I didn't take, kind of, or had. Then this take profit on CAD Chef, same spike. Thankfully we didn't get stopped out. If this would have been the opposite side, a sell position, then most likely because of the spread and all the volatility that was going on, maybe I would have been stopped out, because what I just told you, because in this case the spread favored us because it was lower actually because of the spread that was high. Then in sell positions it's the opposite side, and we would have been maybe tagged earlier than expected. Then this stop loss on EuroCAD. Then this stop loss on Euro USD. The stop loss on GBP CAD, on GBP USD as well, kind of like same position. And then finally AUD NSET DTA. This was actually the last trading outcome we had in this week, which was also a stop loss. So those were kind of the trades. Let me close the screenshots real quick so that my CPU doesn't get quite loaded. And let me now show you kind of like my updates on my prop firm challenges. So first, this is my Blueberry funded account. My Blueberry account overall. You guys know that I'm trading with them. And I have right now 3 challenges. So the first one, 50K, which is in profit. Very nice profit right now. Let's see if we're able to actually pass this challenge. And then I have 2 challenges that are in a little bit of drawdown. It's not that much. It's kind of like this one, for example, it's break even. So 49,968, this is break even. And this one, it's a little bit in drawdown, like 0.2% in drawdown. So that's not that bad. Kind of like I have 2 break even accounts, and then I have a account that it's in profit in 0. I don't know how much. I'm not that very good at percentages and stuff, but it's a little bit in profit, which is what matters. So these are my 3 accounts right now. Then on the Fivers, I have 2 accounts running, which are active. They're both in drawdown, right? The first one, it's kind of like in break even. You can see how much is it, right? This is kind of like a break even. And then I have this one, it's in, if I'm not wrong, a little bit over let's think, a little bit over 2% in drawdown, so a little bit over that, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, what matters is, of course, that we need to keep trading consistently without changing anything. And of course, it's important to understand that I had a very rough week, and you guys know that I risk more. I risk 2% per trade, and I split my trades across all my accounts. So of course, if I had a bad trading week, of course, some accounts were gonna be affected. So this one, 19,157, this is in break even, and this one a little bit in drawdown. And then this is my Alpha Capital, right? So you guys know that I have an Alpha Capital funded account, and I wanted to show you guys real quick. I'm gonna do actually a video dedicated to this, of course, but I had a profit account, like my funded account was in profit, $326.78, and I recently, let me actually show you here, I recently submitted my payout, my first payout with them actually, and look at this. So this is the payout requested. I received an email, an action required, basically because it was my first payout, confirming my RISE information, my bank account information, and everything. I just already did this, so I guess it's gonna be updated like next week. So kind of like today's Sunday, so on Monday, one day from here. And yeah, those are basically my accounts. And oh, actually, I have an FTMO account. I forgot to open it, and it's a funded account, which is in negative drawdown -5%. Actually, that one I took a lot of trades this week on that account, and unfortunately, kind of like because it was a rough week, most of the trades lost, so it's in a huge drawdown right now. But because considering that I risk 1%, it's all good. I always split my trades across all my accounts, so it's not bad at all. I'll just keep executing, and hopefully we can bump that up and hopefully like come back to a break-even stage on my funded account with FTMO, which is a 10K account. So those were kind of like the reviews of my Profirm challenges right now. By the way, I'm currently kind of like not shifting entirely, because I'll keep trading Profirm challenges always, no matter what. I love Profirm challenges. I love funded accounts. I think that it's one of like the best things for traders, especially if we don't have too much capital, to keep trading Profirms. I pride that and I value that. But right now I'm also shifting and starting to prioritize my personal capital a lot. So I'll start allocating a lot of my money, a lot of my income, like a fixed percentage of my income every single month, on investing into my personal account, and keep trading that consistently, risking between 1% to 2% per trade. So I'll kind of like keep trading my Profirm challenges, keep getting more challenges as well with Blueberry Funded, with Alpha Capital, with the Fivers, with FTMO. You guys know the ones I recommend. But I'll keep and start investing more into my personal account. So that was kind of like the review of the trades I took this week. You guys know, and you guys can actually check that I didn't disrespect my roles. It was just mostly that I had, of course, a bad period. The news kind of like affected me a lot, and I had a bunch of stop losses, but I follow my roles. These losing streaks are completely in favor and according to my data and my testing and everything, so I'm not worried about anything. I'll just keep testing them and keep executing. And I also show you how I'm doing with my Profirm challenges so far. Now, what I'll dive is to the markets to show you what trades I currently have, which, by the way, I'm holding all of these trades over the weekend. So we'll see how the market opens on Sunday, and let's hope that maybe we can get some great trades and some take profits if possible. So first of all, I have this NSET DJPY trade. It's a short position, and right now we're currently in drawdown, like I said. Let's see if maybe price is able to market open. First of all, don't stop this out because of spread, right? That's number one. And number two, let's see if we can get a nice volume to the downside, and hopefully getting to my 101 to be able to move my stop loss to break even and make this trade risk-free. Then I have AUD USD. This is a risk-free position already, which means that my stop loss is already at my break-even point, right? So let's see if I'm able to get a huge push to the downside and hopefully get a 1, 2, 3 risk reward in this trade. Then I have AUD CHEF. This is also risk-free. This long position, right, with the break of structure for value gap, all my rules in place, targeting a 1, 2, 3 as always, and as I said, it's risk-free. Then Euro AUD, another risk-free position, this short position, targeting a 1, 2, 3 risk reward. Let's see how the market opens. GBP CHEF, another risk-free position, and set the USD. This, I'm still on this trade, waiting for price to reach my 101 to make this trade risk-free and move my stop loss to break even. So we're good on that one. A nice movement to the downside. Let's see how the market opens. NSET the CAD, same thing, similar to NSET the USD. just waiting for the same exact thing, price to reach my 101. AUD CAD, same thing, extremely similar to each other, waiting for price to reach my 101. And then USD CAD, this trade is risk-free as well, break of structure for value gap, and unfortunately we got a very impulsive move to the downside before the market closed on Friday. So let's hope that we don't get stopped out in this trade due to spread, as we did with Euro and SET the last week, which ended up being a take profit. Let's see if actually price can hold our position without closing us early and then run through our TP. But this trade is also risk-free. And I was kind of like waiting for dispositions, but this two left me behind. So CHF JPY and Euro GBP and AD JPY, it's close. We'll see if we get tagged on market open. So yes, guys, that was basically the recap for this week. Specifically, it was a little bit longer than usual, but I had a lot of trades that I took this week, which I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to dive into my trading journal a little bit. As I mentioned, this is how we're doing. This is the dashboard. Look at the equity curve currently down, showing you everything with full transparency. I don't mind showing you. I don't feel bad by showing you my results. I don't feel bad if I'm losing, or if I don't feel the best trader if I'm winning. I just keep everything throughout my process completely transparent, because that's why I'm documenting it, and that's the main idea, showing you guys everything. I show you my wins, I show you whenever I withdraw, whenever I pass challenges, but it's also important to show you guys when I'm losing, and of course explain to you why I'm losing, because it's completely normal. I did nothing wrong. I follow my rules, my plan, and if I'm losing, we shouldn't just see losses as us doing something bad. It's mostly that sometimes we lose, and that's how trading works. And if we're following our plan consistently, this is going to happen 100%. It's guaranteed that we're going to have losing streaks, especially if I'm trading with a 1, 2, 3 risk reward system. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. That's how I'm doing with my challenges, everything. I'll keep you guys updated. Wish me luck. Let's see if I'm able to pass my 50k challenges with Blueberry Funded, which of course I want to. Those are the biggest challenges I have right now. And let's see if I'm able to receive my payout from Alpha Capital. I'll post a video about that later this week. And yeah, that was basically all for this one. Let me know if you guys like this type of videos. Let me know if you guys want to keep seeing my weekly recaps. And as always, see you guys in the next video. Take care.